wealth. This is Network Investors Club. We are here again one more time to scan through the Nigerian markets to look for investment opportunities as we go through the process of building wealth together. By the way, we are streaming live across 5 platforms: YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. So from wherever you are joining and from any part of the world you are connecting from, we are excited to be with you today again when we look for investment opportunities across all platforms. A lot is going on that we will need to pay attention to, and hopefully we get a fantastic season and session today. You know how we do it. Go ahead from all platforms that you are connected and start liking and, of course, sharing the live stream so we can get across to as many who need this information we are sharing together. A lot is buzzing regarding a leak as far as the Dangote refinery is concerned. We'll be sharing that, and I'll be giving you in-depth analysis of what that leak means as far as the most anticipated IPO in Africa is concerned. Ladies and gentlemen, go ahead as we progress to keep liking from the beginning of the session till the end. Today, I will not be burdening us with transaction performances as far as yesterday is concerned, because I want to see how many more of your comments we can accommodate. This is Network Investors Club. We do not do a Ponzi, because the stock market is never a get-rich-quick scheme. And joining me today shall be co-host Maobi, Rehoboth, Kaka, Dr. B. Rich, Mr. Anthony, Seaway, Mr. Luke, and the likes. They are on all platforms. They will help me to respond to some of your comments as we progress today. Ladies and gents, let's make this a progress. I sent a message on how to join the group. I'm still waiting. Favorite eBay, not a problem. Just be patient. Not easy coordinating these things across all platforms. Good afternoon, Coach. Good afternoon to you. Intentional. I like that name. When you are intentional about life, life will be intentional about you as well. I greet you all on YouTube, and I'm very eager to take your comments right now. You know, a lot is going on in the markets. A lot is happening. But gains are flying left, right, and center. If you can really see, then you can make the most of it. I'm here to also help us to see those bargains and respond to all your questions as much as you need responses. Okay? So keep the comments coming in. We are live and direct, up and running. We will be taking comments until 1 p.m. Nigerian time, when we'll be taking your calls. Ladies and gents, let's do this together. Ezeilo, good afternoon to you. Kamal Ajiboye, thank you very much. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Caroline Chinelo Chooks. I salute you. He says he's awaiting fresh funds. Can you tell us where you are expecting fresh funds from? I want to join the group, Coach Antonia. For everyone who wants to join Network Investors Club, just follow me on Instagram, send a DM. Please do well to share your thoughts. If you want to join, just say, I want to join the group. Please help me with the Discord link. We are on Discord, over 9,000 members on Discord, and still growing. Excellent afternoon to you, Coach, and everyone. Danny Sunshine, I salute you. Bell View Services. Good afternoon, Coach. I sent a DM, no response yet. Where did you send a DM? Please, everyone, I can't be all over the place. That's why I direct you to just one of my socials, which is my Instagram. Make sure that DM is on Instagram, and you'll be getting a response. Okay? Keep your comments coming in as we log in now to share some of those interesting things as far as the Dangote refinery and the leak from Davido is concerned. Coach, talk about Mansard. Well, Mansard Insurance has not really impressed as much as expected, but sometimes a sluggish performance could just be the final leg towards a strong performance. Mansard still has a well-structured management structure, and of course, being a former subsidiary of GT Bank, you can expect that they will manage well. Irrespective of the challenges in the insurance industry, I think they have everything it takes to survive and do very well. But now let's take a look at what the stock is doing at the moment, whether or not it's also at a bargain price. If you see Mansard maybe around 11, 12 or 13, I should think that's not a bad price if you are so attracted to Mansard Insurance. So I'll check and see what is going on with that stock. Mansard, here you go. It's at 13 naira 50 kobo. Same price it closed yesterday at the moment. 455,000 shares traded, 2.3 million bids versus 1.4 million offers, which tells us that somehow, some way the market appreciates the fact that Mansard might have bottomed, but you never know. If the market keeps dipping, then of course more opportunities. Ekusama Esther says, good afternoon, coach. Please, is SpaceX a good buy? I was wondering whether it was a good buy until the IPO price was released, and obviously at $135 per share, it's not a bad price at all, considering the fact that just before the price was shared, there was also news that Google will be paying Starlink, which is a subsidiary of SpaceX, nearly $1 billion every month for whatever service provision there was. So, like I said earlier, only one arm of SpaceX is profitable, the internet service provision arm. All the others, shuttle to space and the third one, are not yet profitable. But who knows? These stocks are priced into the future, and it could just be a good buy at $135 per share. Coach, what's your take on NACO and MTN? Both are fundamentally sound stocks. Israel, consistent dividend payers, and can only get better, especially looking at the current price now. Looks like they are at a very good entry, if you ask me. Hello, coach. What's your take on UCAP? On their recent expansion to Ethiopia and Ivory Coast. UCAP will come good. Part of the reasons why they did that 2-for-1 bonus I told us earlier, they needed to expand the capital base of the company to be able to take on greater projects. And I'm not surprised at what's now manifesting. This will only end up improving their revenue, profit, and eventually per share metrics. And that means share price increase is coming soon for UCAP. After this dip, and then second quarter result is out, we should see UCAP also ascending towards the 20 naira mark. I guess it's still around the 18 naira mark. It's been there for almost a year now, dealing with that recovery that is always very painful, especially when you give very huge dividends. I mean, bonus shares. UCAP currently 1865, may never go below 18. Coach, good afternoon, sir. Any idea if NACO has done its 1-for-7 allotment, wins and losses? Actually, NACO, I have no idea if they have done the allotment. Well, we will stay patient and wait and see. Whenever it comes out, I'll be able to share with us. Well done, sir. What's your thought on VFD Group? I've been keeping it for a while, but no tangible movement. VFD is even struggling with that bonus that they issued. So it's very understandable. Just like I just shared about UCAP doing a 2-for-1 2 years ago and trying now to meet up per share metrics and all that. The same goes for VFD. Nothing is wrong with the company. VFD itself also expanded massively abroad, and they needed that 5-for-1. You know, when you are in the financial services sector, let's not forget UCAP and VFD are both in the financial services sectors. And what that means is they can't carry out certain expansions of their businesses until they meet up certain capital base requirements. And considering the fact the Naira was heavily devalued some 3 years ago, they really needed to work harder to expand their capital base. And that was what led to the bonus shares distributed. In UCAP's case, it was 2 for 1. In VFD's case, it was 5 for 1. And that was the most recent. So it's very much understandable that VFD continues to linger around 10 naira. It will take a while before it recovers, but when it does, it will be great, because by then, those business expansions that has happened and still happening will eventually mean more revenues, more profits, and then more a greater per share metrics. Now, what that 5 for 1 bonus has done is to dilute existing shares, so that what they used to earn per share will no longer be what it used to be, but still reasonable enough as far as I'm concerned. And as for the patient who remain in VFD, you will surely be rewarded. Let's not forget, they made one very, I would say, intriguing move as far as some of their corporate stakeholdings in one major company is concerned. That's talking about Abbey Building Society. I found out that VFD used to be a shareholder of Abbey Building Society. Some months back, they offloaded their stakes and left. Now, Abbey Building Society has gotten a commercial banking license, which is seeing their stock rally. I tweeted about it yesterday, I think, and it continues to rally up till now. And of course, guess what? VFD has gone back to take huge stakes again in Abbey Building Society. This time, they even sold, I don't know if they bought, I think it's slightly higher than what they sold the last time. So, ladies and gents, a whole lot is happening. Let's keep our fingers crossed as we continue to gather information, news, updates, and market intelligence to make our investment decisions. You are most welcome, everyone. We continue on this journey. Mendy Auto says, please coach, splitting 10 million naira on TIP, BUA, MTN, and Aradel equally. Is it a good way to go for a short-time investor? Short-term, if you are a short-term investor, the stocks may be too many already because the prices are not easy. When you say BUA, do you mean BUA Cement? And then, of course, TIP will make you money. MTN will make you money. Even Aradel will make you money. But Aradel is at a price where it may not double fast. And then your short-term horizon that you referred to, how long? 2 questions. BUA, is it cement or BUA Foods? Second, what do you mean by short-term in your case? Otherwise, it's better to trim that arrangement into just 2 stocks, if not 1, and relax yourself. Even the big boys experience the same thing with us, VFD Group. Okay, what can man do to be a private placement investor? Smile for me. You are doing everything that you have to do as we speak. You've got to be sure that you are getting the right information. You've got to build your finances. Now, let me give us an idea. I've gotten private placement information as well, as in requests to participate in private placements myself in some other companies. And these ones are specially targeted at high net worth individuals, and particularly anyone that works with a stockbroker or you invest through a stockbroker. The stockbrokers will come scan through accounts and see, based on the value of your portfolio, they reach out to you. Specifically, it's been going on. Even Name It. You see Name It? Name It also approached people for their private placement before the rights issue that is just being concluded. So all you need to do is what you are doing by building your capacity. And this is why this thing about wealth creation is important. We must understand that we're not here to hit and run. So this is not a crypto business. This is not Forex. You are building wealth that will eventually stand you out amongst the crowd. Because private placement is not for everybody. As the name implies, the company decides who they approach. So they actually make official approaches. Or, even if you don't have a name, but you have the capacity and it is reflecting in your investment portfolio, your stockbroker will approach you from time to time, telling you this private placement or that private placement. Then, of course, you can also, if you hear about a private placement you may be interested in, you can also tell your stockbroker, please confirm amongst dealing members of the Nigerian Stock Exchange what private placement is going on. You just may be interested. So there are so many other private placements that you don't get to hear about because they quietly execute them neat. You heard of First Bank raising another how many billion so that they can eventually hit a trillion naira capital base. It will go on through private placement. Nobody's coming to ask you anything, no adverts. They just quietly identify high net worth individuals and do this. So keep building. That's what I have to say. Keep building. And as you keep building, you will get recognition, and then you will progress from there. Between ICO insurance and sovereign insurance, which one can I add to my portfolio? Gloria Messi, you may go with ICO. That's the bigger name, actually. Coach, please talk about M Benefit and FTN Cocoa. Julie Cheesy, M Benefits and FTN Cocoa are amongst our 1 million challenge stocks, meaning they have very good prospects in the next 3 to 5 years, and accumulating them at a low penny range will be good for you if you have the patient funds to do so. Right? Coach, we are always getting value from you. Thank you so much. God bless you. Amieja Your Sylvester, thank you very much. Conqueror Soft says, Veritas, what's your take on it, sir? Well, for Veritas, just like I have my own personal, I would say, thoughts on penny insurance stocks, especially those that are 1 naira priced and so on. It will take a lot of time. Even though Veritas has good numbers, as we can see, but it's difficult transforming into dividend rewards that will eventually drive the price up. They will need time. Just give them time. Coach, please talk about TIP, and if it's a long-term stock. Sea of Pearl. I want to assume that you are just joining recently, because TIP is one name I've been singing since the end of 2024 into 2025 last year, January. Then it was 2 naira. I kept singing TIP. I'm still singing TIP. Why? The prospects are enormous. The one and only industrial waste management company listed on the stock exchange, meaning it passes one of the major tests when it comes to determining the best qualities of a stock that will do well. Moat. 2, expansion is going on into Africa. 2 countries in Africa, they've taken position in. Uganda is one of them. That means dollar revenue generation stream has been created already. 3, their expansion in Nigeria continues, and they continue to pile up on contracts, waste management contracts, industrial waste management contracts. Now, the beautiful thing about it is they may not need too much to keep spending as far as running costs is concerned, but contracts will come, they go execute and return, move equipment and machines, and then get back. So they can continue to reuse equipment depending on the program and the calendar of cleanup exercise and projects that they have. So we've seen the numbers, they're looking very fantastic, and we cannot have enough of TIP. What's a good price to enter for TIP? Wendy Black. Based on the price gyrations recently, I would say anything around 30 and under. But let's see how much TIP is selling for at the moment, because yesterday it rallied upwards. Today, I think it's giving up some of the gains it made yesterday. And this is very much understandable, especially when we know that due to the rights and public offer allotments, some people are still electing to take some profits. And so here goes. Yesterday, having closed at 33 naira 25, today it's at 31 naira 50 kobo at the moment. We've not seen very huge money get in there. So far, 197 million naira has been spent buying TIP alone, 6 million shares traded. But the bid and offer status shows something of an equilibrium. 4.7 million bids versus 4.6 million offers. So somehow, some way, TIP could close at 31.50 or could close at around 33. Best enterprise somewhere around 30 and below. We'll wait patiently to see. This is Wednesday. There's still Thursday and Friday to come, and we are in that season when the market will experience sideways and downward trend for a while, because there's nothing else to look forward to as far as the whole of this month is concerned. Okay? Coach, what's going on with NGX? Nothing much. Same thing happening to every other stock. People who have made a lot of money, who bought NGX at double digits, are still selling triple digits because there are other opportunities elsewhere. Time will come, NGX will also recover and start flying. Let's not forget, NGX also pays dividends twice a year. So for dividend hunters and retirees planning dividend cash flow post-retirement, NGX Group is one to look out for. This week, Friday is June 12th, sir. Absolutely. That's when SpaceX will be listed. Friday is public holiday, sir. Oh, Friday is public holiday, June 12th. I see. I'm so eager to be here. I lose count of when there's public holidays. Well, that effectively means this is the last live stream we'll be having this week again. Sometimes I begin to wonder, we're having too many public holidays in Nigeria. Honestly speaking, it's becoming too many. Every month you have punctuations here and there where you will not have to do something that you love doing. Good afternoon, sir. Please talk about Zenith Bank. Nothing much to say. Zenith is the most profitable Nigerian bank as far as the 2025 financial year is concerned, and can only get better from here. But you know what? Zenith has a way of always being available at a good price and stays there for a long time, and then almost looks ignored. Then the reality sets in that this stock is performing better than the price. That's the case with Zenith. Always lenient to take you in, stay and wait for as many as can join the boat, and then before it moves. In any case, I can tell you, Zenith should be selling about the same with GTCO. But of course, something is going for GTCO, which is a preferred corporate governance structure that most of the markets, especially foreign portfolio investors, are happy with. Coach, talk about charms. Well, let's go and see what's going on with charms. Just give me a second as we make progress. Never mind, keep copying and pasting your comments because the screens are scrolling automatically. That makes it difficult for me to deal with one per time. So 4.9 million charms have been traded. Charms is gaining today from 4 naira 1 kobo, closed yesterday, currently at 4 naira 5 kobo. Right? Bid and offer status. Let's see. We're having 6.2 million bids versus 6.4 million offers. So something close to an equilibrium. And it looks like the buyers are under pressure a little bit. Good day, coach. Please talk about Name It Pharmaceuticals International. Charles Edward. You sound like an Englishman with both English names, right? Name It Pharmaceuticals. Let's see where it is right now. It's been trading around 10 naira and so on. Okay, yesterday closed at 10 naira exactly. And now today it's down to 9 naira 95 kobo, losing just 5 kobo. Name It Pharmaceuticals is actually going through a transformation and will need a little bit of time, but they are doing the right things, and their reports, their finances are looking a bit better now. So it can only get better, especially with even the rights issue that they have done, and looks like a private placement also happened there. So let me inform all of us, we need to know this. The naira got heavily devalued. A lot of businesses suffered foreign exchange losses, and even though some of them have recovered and are trying to now get back into profitability, that damage done to their balance sheet needs to be repaired, and of course their capital base needs to increase. That's the reason why you will see a flurry of private placement and public offers, rights issue left, right, and center. And my advice to you is don't sit by and watch a rights issue happening as far as you own a stock. I'll explain. Assume that a stock has 10 million, okay, 100 million shares. in circulation, outstanding. You know, this is a knowledge session. These parts you will never see on social media because people don't have time to educate you. Listen carefully. Every time there's a rights issue on a stock that you own, try as much as possible to take up your rights. Minimum, take up your rights. If not applying more than your rights, just try to take up your rights. The reasons are obvious. So, for example, there are 100 million shares outstanding for a particular company, and then they come up with a rights issue of 50 million shares. That is, half the existing number of shares are going to now be created to make the new total number of shares to be 150 million. Or for academic purpose and for easy understanding, they are creating another 100 million shares. So 100% dilution of the existing 100 million shares is going to happen. And out of the 100 million shares existing, you have 1 million shares. Before the dilution, before the rights issue, what it means is that you have 1% of that company, because 1% of 100 million is 1 million shares, right? Now, a 1-for-1 rights issue is declared, meaning for every one you have, they give you one. So extra 100 million shares have been created. Maybe I should do a video about this, but just listen. You are the first to hear this. I don't know why I'm inspired to say this. So if the rights come and you don't take up your rights of 1 million shares, your ownership post-rights issue of the entire company has just been depleted. It will no longer be 1% of the company you own. It will now be 0.5% of the company you own. Why? Because they offered you 1 million shares as rights, so you can have 2 million shares and still maintain your 1%, because post-rights issue, total shares in circulation will now be 200 million shares. So if you have 2 million shares or 200 million shares because you took your 1 million rights, it means your 2 million stake is maintained. And this is why we try to even apply for more than our rights, because by all means we want to increase our stakeholding in the company. And the rights issue always comes at an attractive price. So I take up more than my rights so that instead of my holdings depreciating in the company, it's even appreciating based on the cheaper rights issue price it's coming for. So by all means, do not watch and see your stake in the company reducing. I'm trying to bring you to the reality that this thing we are doing is not a joke. You are taking stakes in the companies. Now, you can imagine Davido participated in the Dangote refinery private placement. Someone who has made so much money is participating in such a venture. You and I cannot afford not to build our wealth. They are miles apart based on how much fortune they have amassed following the kind of thing they do. But you can imagine. I am so impressed beyond the mistake he has made. Of course, he's not involved in corporate finance, so he may not know. Even his team may not know. But do you know what? Please do your best to take your stakes. It was the same rights issue, private placement that Femi Otedola was seen requesting, that he has $100 million to invest. I'll come into more details regarding that that private placement leak. I'll give you more details, but let's hold it there. So please, everyone, if you are getting value, go ahead and type value, because I want to be sure that everyone is hearing me across all platforms now, and this is what we're all about. Creating value, making sense for everyone who is a part of this. Let me see. Okay, I love my TikTokers. They are bubbling all over the place with value already. Always active, 100%. Awesome. Where are my Instagrammers? Come on now, don't be left out. Go ahead. If I made sense and this is really making sense to you, type value, value, value. Looks like they can't hear me on Instagram. Okay, I've seen one comment. Oladele says value. Zini Ella says value. So you have just assured me that you are hearing me on Instagram. Let's see, Facebookers, where are you? Tell me value, 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 so I can know that you got this message, because this is the kind of message you should not miss. I've said it before, you will never see this on social media because it's not a hype. It may not generate views and comments and go viral. You may be speaking junk to a lot of people. So you will not hear this anywhere else. And that's why we're here on every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday as far as this live stream is concerned. Yes, Instagram family, they've picked up very strongly. I'm seeing value, value everywhere. Thank you very much. That means we learned something very important today. I don't know, maybe the transmission on YouTube is slow. They usually respond to things like this very fast as well. I'm waiting for it to scroll up and let's see, because I've been off that page. Usually it gets frozen for a while until I come back. All right, thank you very much. Yes, I've seen value also on YouTube. So let's go ahead. You got it right. So when you hear, as long as it's a company that you own and you know it's of good value, you want to continue holding that company, take up your rights. That's also the reason why we top up. Every time you top up on any stock you have increased your stake in that company. No matter how small, it's increasing, it's increasing, it's increasing. All right? Okay, coach. Okay, that comment has just slipped away. I would look forward to the next. Sir, I'm new on this stock business. Please, how do I know when I need to take up my rights? Niger Kuwait. All you need to do, you'll be contacted by email by the registrars or your stockbrokers informing you the company you own is doing offering rights issue, and then you go ahead and take. Ine says value. Hi coach, if we apply for more of our rights and you don't get the extra, does that not mean you're losing out when your money is refunded? I don't understand. How do you lose out? It's a 50-50 chance. A lot of times, if you over apply for your rights and so many others took their rights, there will be no rights because they can't manufacture new rights after they have gotten approval for the fixed quantity of shares they want to distribute as rights. So you are only offering yourself the chance to buy more cheaper. Your full rights will be given to you. That's why it's called rights. It is your right that quantity, based on the ratio at which the rights offer is done, is yours. But there will always be people who just don't do nothing and don't claim their rights. So it is from those rejected rights that they now distribute to those who apply beyond their rights. By all means, they're trying to make sure that it is given to existing shareholders. That's the way it works. So there are some companies that rights issue owners do not heavily subscribe for their rights. Usually due to lack of funds or lack of interest, or maybe they even didn't get the information between when the rights opened and when it closed. So they distribute that. So they can't distribute more than what is available that was rejected. That's the reason why you have a situation where rights issues are turned on. So when you say you lose out, what did you lose out on? Your money will be refunded to you to the tune that was not taken off for the rights, extra rights you paid for, to be refunded. If you say, okay, time value of money, well, that's what life is all about. Somehow, some way, everything is a risk, but how risky is that? You're not losing any money, and that money can come and become fresh funds for something else, because the market is always dynamic. New opportunities will always emerge. But by all means, you have done your best not to lose out from an opportunity to get more than your rights. That's the wisdom about applying for more than your rights. And then secondly, if you're not applying for too much, you ought not to worry, because the way they do the allotment is for those who apply for certain quantity, especially lower quantities beyond their rights. Let's assume your rights that you qualify for Dangote Sugar, for example, is 100,000 shares. You know what that means? it means you have more than 200,000 shares. All right, based on the 2-for-3 rights issue ratio. So let's assume what you qualify for is 100,000 shares, and you now apply for 200,000 shares or 250,000 shares. There will be nothing wrong doing that. You know why? They can give you everything because it's not much. We are talking about refusing rights of people who applied for 500,000 extra, 1 million extra, 5 million extra. Those are the people whose extra application will be prorated downwards and refunds down to them. So if all you want is 100,000, 50,000, 25,000, there is a higher likelihood that most or all of it will be granted. So the system tries to always make sure they issue to retail investors who are not applying for too much and then prorate those of deep pockets who come in to almost want to take over the company. It's very obvious, very clear. If you focus on the big guns, they can take a chunk of the company that you own and then end up unseating you in terms of the control based on a higher ownership percentage. So nobody wants to risk all that. These are part of the things that they look out for, the technical advice they give to these companies before they do final allotment. Otherwise, you wake up one day, you are going to give, because somebody applied for 10 million shares, you went and gave to them extra. They take over the company, you are finished. Okay, Coach, what do you think about Airtel? Airtel is oversaturated, very liquid, and difficult to really buy. Very difficult to buy. Please, Coach, is otherwise Airtel has very solid fundamentals, of course. Ine says, Coach, this down sugar explanation is for me, Walai. All right, I'm led by the Spirit. Okay, please, Coach, is Fitsin doing rights issues? Because I heard from a platform on Facebook, Prince, I think the rights issue should be over now. Someone correct me. Fitsin must have been concluding their rights issue. So the answer to your question is yes. Fitsin did rights issue. Daniel says, Trove is not helping matters when it comes to these damn sugar rights. What should I do? No info from them. I've contacted them, no reply. Daniel, find a way to contact the registrars of Dangote Sugar. I think they'll give you a link from whence you can use your phone number to impute and then come up with your own right. You will see your name just pop up automatically in the form that will emerge. Either the options are either your phone number or your email address, either of them, or even your full names. I think something like that. Your original rights form will come up with your name on it and the total number of shares that you own. And these are the reasons why we do not always want to appear as though we have a problem with any brand. Of course not. We're not here to demarket any brand, but we demand that at least the little be done to improve services, especially for users of these apps. You can't continue to run a system like this and because they signed up with you, even rights issue, that is their own rights. They cannot get straightforward access or public offers, and that's why we try to tell you these apps have disadvantages as well as you think they have advantages. You better do your due diligence so that you don't just miss out on certain opportunities. That's the much I can say. Coach, they are saying Dangote Refinery is $35 cents. Lily Ventures, calm down. Let me break that down now. Everyone is listening. Now let's go on to more details as far as the Dangote Refinery is concerned. The reason why you are seeing 35 cents is because Davido participated in the the private placement. I'll assure you, private placement offers are not the same price with IPOs, because obviously in corporate finance, the source for the first set of investors and they must be high net worth investors because they are looking at a specific target volume of cash. Those people are taking risks, going forward to put down money, and it's not small money they put in there. Those are the people who first get access to the shares of a company before the public offer comes out. They lay the foundation for the IPO. So they are the first set of risk takers in that business. So when you see 35 cents per share for Dangote refinery, that's the price for the private placement. I hope I'm not mixing rights and private placement, by the way. I'm talking about private placement now. So private placement offers are always at a discount to the initial public offer prices of stocks. It is the standard in corporate finance. So don't make that mistake. First off, the idea is $1 billion will be raised, and today is the closing date for the private placement as far as Dangote refinery is concerned. Why am I always calling sugar? Why am I not saying cement? Anyway, that's by the way. Now, if that be the case for the private placement pricing, because Davido shared the form, good 18, he didn't feel it. He actually mistakenly shared that information. It's not for public. That's why it's called private placement. But he's not in public finance. He's in show business. So he needed to show, you know how life is good. And when you're doing the right things, you're happy about it. So I do not blame him too much. Perhaps his advisors, management, and what have you also have no clue that that information is not for the public, because even though the form is not filled, it carries the terms of the rights. That's where the price came out from. I mean, why am I saying rights? The what you call the private placement. So that's where the leak. So that was actually a leak. As I speak to you now, that thing he posted, he has deleted. That is to tell you that it was not the right thing to do. It means that even the organizers, the issuing houses, and those managing the listing will be very livid. They'll be very angry. They'll be really, really infuriated by that mistake. But it was a mistake. You know me, my joy is seeing a real-time artist, showbiz person thinking, investing. He's in so much money. There are so many people like him who are not thinking that way. That's my joy. Forget the mistake. He wouldn't have done it if he knew. But the truth is, someone is thinking right in spite of all the distractions that may come his way. All right? So imagine those people are invested. How much more you and I? Can you imagine that? So, ladies and gents, if the private placement is priced at 35 cents, calculated by current exchange rate of 1,300 and something to $1, that means about 480 naira to one share. So the private placement of Dangote refinery revealed is 480 naira per share. Now, on to the standard practice in corporate finance, it is at a discount to what the IPO would be. Usually discounts of between 15 and 30%. We are trying to work out what the price could be. So if it is between 50 to 30% discount usually, that means if the private placement is at 480 naira per share, the Dangote refinery IPO could be listed at between 650 and 800, between 650 and 800, or between 550 and 800, something like that. 600 and 800, between this band. But listen, even if it's 1,000, there'll be so many people to buy. So get ready, ladies and gentlemen. This is my personal projection. Don't forget, the views and opinions expressed here is not investment advice. Always do your due diligence and look for a financial advisor to advise you. Ladies and gents, this is my own opinion about that offer. Coach, what do you think about international energy insurance? Go back to all the videos on YouTube regarding this. I've said it before, international energy insurance was overpriced at that IPO, and then the stock price was rallying all the way. But currently, obviously, as you can see, international energy insurance is losing steam right now. I think it's on full offer today. It's been overpriced, and looks like those who have been buying are jumping out right now. Crown Princess, if na 550, go sweet me, oh. Wonderful. Good day, coach. Please, which stocks can we top up on today? Top up? How will I know what you should top up? Top up means you already have and you want to buy more. And I don't know what you have. So how can I say top up? You see that? So ladies and gentlemen, you're hearing it here for the first time. The projected price, we don't know, maybe up to 1,000. But the projected price is between 6 and 800 naira. In between. If it's less than 600, fine and good. Good coach, say something about MTN. Gustavo the First. MTN is a fantastic business that will continue to make more money and therefore see the stock price increase. Don't forget, they're coming from a very bad experience, but they are looking good now, and even more start a 15 naira final dividend. That means they will be resuming their interim dividend payment this year, most likely. Good afternoon, coach. What do you think about Zichis Allied PLC? Nana Providence. Zichis, in my opinion, got overpriced and is trying to find a new level. At the moment, pulling back to 32 or so naira or 30 naira or so. They've milked that stock dry. It was a single-digit stock that flew to 42 before pulling back to 30-something. Whether or not even the 30-something naira current price is justified by their earnings, we will find out when second quarter results are out mid next month, because the second quarter of the year 2026 comes to an end this month. And I will do a video before the month runs out on how my stock prediction for 2026 have been performing. The first day of trading, 2nd of January this year, I mentioned a list of stocks that I predict will do well in this year 2026. So as we hit the half-year mark, as this month comes to an end, 6 months would have been done. I'll do a review of those stocks and see where the stock prices have gone. That's where you have the likes of ROT Briscoe that was at 4, now doing around 13 naira per share. So we'll take a look at that in a special video I will do. But that's it for now. Good coach, please talk about UBA. Well, UBA is still at a premium, at a discount, and of course not helped by their inability to pay dividend this year. Sometimes those are the things you need to happen to a stock so you can buy enough at a very low price, and then stay patient for the rest of the months ahead before it bounces back. This was a UBA that decided to pay interim dividend of 2 naira one time when GT Bank and Zenith are paying 1 naira interim dividend. I won't forget that audacious move. That was the move that saw UBA catapulting from around 16 naira to start selling at around 30 naira from when they made that move. Up till last year, the interim dividend GT paid was 1 naira, the same 1 naira. It was Zenith that paid more than 1 naira, 1 naira 25 interim dividend last year. But the interim dividend payment before that last year, UBA went and paid 2 naira per share, double what Zenith. So let me tell you the truth. The biggest losers in UBA not paying dividend, final dividend, is the Tony Elumelus, the chairman and his group, because they own the highest volume of stocks. There's a lot of money they would have made if UBA went on to pay even just 2 naira final dividend. But that money didn't come because they have billions of those shares. If they pay 1 million naira, 1 naira per share dividend, that's over 1 billion naira for them. But they couldn't. So they are actually the biggest losers. Things that they could have been able to buy, they could not. So you are not the only one. So this is an opportunity for anyone to take advantage of this drawback and get enough UBA, because when that stock bounces back, it will not be seen anywhere else. The same happened to MTN. Nobody complained. Or maybe they complained, but we didn't hear. MTN didn't pay dividend last year because they had a poor 2024 based on foreign exchange losses. Let's learn to start seeing these things as an opportunity to make money. Okay? Christ Ambassador says, J. Christ Ambassador says, GTCO, Zenith, MTN, Danksment, and UBA. Which should I top up first? Okay. That was a wise thing to do. You also give the quantity of your holdings, and that will help in this decision making. Your UBA is quite low, and at current situation, go there and top up that one first. Thank you. Because, okay. Okudirina says, but coach, what if someone didn't qualify for the rights issue because of date of purchase versus date of qualifying? Should we still top up? Okudiri, top up. If you are referring particularly to Dangote Sugar Refinery, go and top up that stock. We've seen, I've started calling Dangote Sugar Refinery that the turnaround is coming, the turnaround is happening, the losses are reducing, the losses are gradually reducing. Up till their full year result, the loss became very minute. But guess what? First quarter result that was just announced, it was a banger. So for the first time in several years, Dangote Sugar Refinery is now in profit. That's the reason why they've not been paying dividend for the past 2 years, if not 3. But all of that is about to change. This is your chance to buy that stock, because that should be 100 naira plus stock. Not everything you can see on paper. A lot of these things you decide based on what's been happening in the background. Before they will reflect it in the paper, we have seen it and taken position. That's what we're talking about. That's why, irrespective of the volume of Dangote Sugar Refinery I have, I'm still going to take my rights and buy more. So if you feel, well, this is one stock I should own, even if you do not qualify for the rights, there's no stopping you, my bro. Go ahead and enjoy. Ladies and gents, in 5 minutes, we'll be off to take your calls on TikTok. But before then, let's keep the comments coming in. All right. Adura Yemitimehi says, that's the problem now. This thing can jump very fast. Coach, what do you think about Custodian and Dangote Sugar? Which can I buy if to pick one? That's a very difficult ask. The stories are different, but they rate very, very high in my list, honestly speaking, up till now. Especially Custodian, that already has the numbers. Custodian investment has a very compelling number that is currently better than Dangote Sugar. But you know what? Dangote Sugar, on the other hand, is a revival story that is bouncing back, and usually the bounce back is always greater. So bounce backs always come with greater returns in the end. But can I tell you this? You can't go wrong picking from anyone. Just that one is already stable and looking great, while the other is on a comeback story. So over to you, because I really can't pick one right now. You can't go wrong picking any of them. And of course, you are the CEO of your portfolio, so go ahead and do something. Ladies and gents, if you are enjoying this, it is all free for a reason. The whole idea is we want to reach out to as many to deepen your investment knowledge and acumen so you can be a better you and you will not be afraid of tomorrow again. There's this fear about those who are working today and wondering if this work stops. If I retire or if I lose the job, what do I do next? How can I continue to maintain my lifestyle? Net Worth Investors Club, this community is here to help you to continue to progress with your finances, not fearing tomorrow, by doing something with what you earn today so that your tomorrow is secured. If this is a family you like to join and you are excited, why not? We're here to celebrate your wins with you, give you the helping hand to keep growing. This is why it's not about the money, it's about you securing your future. And it's a do-it-yourself club for one reason, so that you cut off every trace of scammers taking advantage of you. When you join the group, just follow on Instagram, send me a DM. Do you want to join the Network Investors Club? We'll forward a link to you to join for free. Every day outside the live stream, we keep discussing stocks, market reports, information, analysis, and so on. And you can never go wrong. You better find yourself in a place where they are pushing you to be your best than to find yourself in clusters where they are bringing you down or showing off. We don't show off here. We don't show off here. It's not necessary. You know, it is someone who is looking for recognition that will start showing off what they have. What do you even have? This market will humble you. I've always said that before. So, ladies and gents, there is nothing to fear. If you have a job you are doing and you are earning salary, or you do business and you earn a little bit of income from there, a little part of what comes in, judiciously start putting into investments. That's how we can retire as early as possible. I did a video the other day and said I've retired since 6 years ago. The person was doubting and making all sorts of comments. I was just laughing. I don't have to come and prove to you that I've retired by responding to such comments. But you know what? So many others are taking the lessons, using it, and it's working for them. Do not buy stocks like social media investing, where you buy 50 stocks, 100 stocks, 500 stocks, 1,000 stocks, shares. All those things will not take you anywhere. We help you to do it the right way. So when you, even if it's just 3 companies you have in your portfolio, you are good. Ladies and gents, it's 1 p.m. time to take your calls. I will still try my best to combine calls and comments so we can continue to progress. Keep your comments coming in, therefore, and line up on Twitter as we start taking those calls. Please, if you are not in a quiet environment, we will not be able to take your call. I beg you, stay in a quiet environment. Smile for me is the first caller I'm seeing here, Lord of Locks. Hello, good afternoon, sir.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Tangy from Australia. Thank you for all you do for us. I really do appreciate, the support for the entire team and all that. Coach, I just want to start with the Dangote sugar right issue. I did have about 65,000 shares. I qualified for about 20,000 right issued. So I requested for an additional 15,000. I wanted to request for more, like buy another 50,000 right from the right issue, but I was worried that it would be returned to me. So from your explanation today, I'm thinking that maybe I should go ahead and request for 50,000 additional right issue, making it 150 in total. Would that be a good idea?
It's the perfect idea. Let me explain. Why do people find it comfortable to keep money and be waiting for Dangote Dangote Refinery IPO for several months? Some people have waited for 1 year. And yet, they can't put in money that gives them a chance to buy a very good asset at a discount. Worst case scenario, they don't give you all the extra rights. Let's not forget, your total rights must be given to you. But the extra, that's where they might pro rata and give you less than you applied for. But if you are not applying for 1 million rights, you stand a good chance. It's not up to 500,000 extra right. Extra. You stand a good chance. Please put in that money there. And the money could be for the volume that you may not be allotted. The money will still come back to you. Maybe it could come back at that time when the Dangote refinery public offer is also on. And then you deploy there. Or you will find another opportunity to buy a new stock or top up on what you already have. Very simple. The important thing is you gave yourself the chance to have as much as you could with the money you had.
Thank you, sir. That leads me to the next question, which is the last one. For the Dangote refinery, given from your miles of experience in the industry, after the private placement is concluded today, how soon do you think the public offer will be out for the rest of us to buy?
Well, there's no standard of when between private placement and public offers an offer should be out. But we've already heard from Dangote himself saying September this year. So everyone is looking forward to September.
Okay. Okay, great. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you for keeping it brief. Bye. Next caller, let's go. Ladies and gents, Lily Wants Interiors. Coach, what's your take on tip today? Tip looks interesting. Lowest band is 27. But if you see it at 30, fine. Currently, I think at 31. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. Okay, I guess that was a mistake, so we'll proceed. Looks like someone is flushing the loo. Hello, good afternoon. Wellness and Skin says, good afternoon, coach. I'm here to receive my tip rights into my portfolio. What do I do? You don't have to do anything. We are all waiting. The rights have not been allotted. It's only the public offer that has been allotted. So let's keep waiting. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon, coach.
Your name and where you're streaming from?
My name is Owen. I'm streaming from Uyo, Akwa Ibom State.
Uwem from Uyo, thank you for joining. Proceed.
Okay, this is me just calling to say thank you. Every now and then, like we will say, every AK market day, you will come out and be talking to us about what is working in the market and what is not working. We should not give hope. We should keep moving on. We should keep believing. We should try to see how we can make things work. That there are so many things that is working. Why am I calling? I'm calling because I discovered you last year, towards the end of last year.
Wow.
And I have learned a lot. Now, about 11 or 12 years ago, in fact, about 17 or 18 years ago, I started trading. I started buying shares when I was working then. That time I was buying because of public offer from bankers that used to talk to us about it. And after then, I didn't follow up and I just forgot about everything. So meeting you, you were like, we can always get these things. And because of, you know how you used to say, stock market will open today and you see the results tomorrow. And sometimes some of us will wait for newspaper the following day when you're not in Lagos. It was really very boring, but we were still doing it. So along the line, I fell into the arms of stockbrokers who were dupes then, and I learned from it. From there, I now found good people, good stockbrokers. But along the line, I just got tired of the whole thing and forgot about it. But come last year, after you now talked about it, how you can get your stock back, how you can locate your stockbroking firm, I now asked you. You talked about Atlas. I joined Atlas, registered, got my portfolio, and then I now asked them to do a world search for me. They did, global search. They did a global search and brought out some of the companies I had then. I realized I had GTB, I had Zenith Bank then, as at 2010. I'm calling this morning because about 3 weeks ago, the dividend owed for the past 16 years was paid 3 weeks ago from Zenith Bank. And I'm also confirming today that this morning Datamax just released all dividend owed for 16 years for GTB. This is me saying thank you, and this is me saying to every other person who listens that you're not blabbing, you know what you're saying. And I give you serious respect. Thank you for being you. Thank you for all the time you create for people, even when you don't know so a lot. You don't even know 99% of us, but you do all you do. Thank you so much. God will continue to bless you.
Thank you very much. Thank you so very much. Just go on the comments and see the kind of congratulatory messages dropping right there. We really appreciate this feedback, and this helps a lot. And this is why I don't stop coming. When I see results like this, I am more than motivated. This is what fuels me. This is the fuel. This is the pay. This is the money that I get doing this for free. So when people ask, do you do this for free? What do you get? This is it. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you. 16 years dividends owed, cleared. All because someone decided to take action. Are you seeing that now? We are not blabbing. And honestly, if it is not feedbacks like this that I get from you from time to time, without you, there is no me as far as this community is concerned. Ladies and gentlemen, we are not joking here. Revivals are going on. The financial destinies of many are being rebuilt. And I can tell you, you will not have any need to fear what holds tomorrow. Awesome. First major call and this feedback. It's almost like we should close for the day. It's amazing. All right, next caller. Hello, good afternoon. Vincent, please try and be a bit more audible.
I really want to appreciate you for being doing. You have really thrown in depth for me, and instead of investing in mutual fund, I have to more stuff. I really appreciate. Thank you very much, sir.
My pleasure.
I have my right issue for that with the sugar is just 1,400 units to pick up, but I want to pick up as much as 98,000 units. I just want to get your advice. Should I proceed to, but the margin between 1,000 and 98,000 is quite large. I don't know if I will be allocated or I should buy from the floor and also pick up some right as well.
Buy from the floor and pick up some rights. Just in case they try to do a pro rata, citing the quantity you have versus the rights that is due you against the excess you are applying for. So if you desire 90-something thousand, is it 90-something thousand you said? 98,000 desired, do 50,000 rights, balance on the floor. So you defend yourself both sides. Whatever they give you from the rights, you've gotten at 60 naira. Then the other 40-something thousand, you are sure you grab them on the floor, because after the rights closes, that stock may be back on its way to 80, 90 naira from where it's coming from. The reason it pulled back was because the rights was announced at 60. And just as we saw a fantastic first quarter result, second quarter is coming next month. If that result comes out, another fantastic one, you will not see it at even the current price. So best advice, just in case they don't give you all that you may desire from the rights. Thank you. What a flying start to our call today. I'm still haven't recovered from that fantastic feedback. He's in Uyo, he's not in Lagos. He's not in Abuja. It doesn't matter where you are. You can build wealth from anywhere. Just take that step. That's what we're saying. He was not nonchalant. There are so many people who abandon. You don't know there may be gold in your name on CSCS and you are not aware. So many people are going online to say, oh, if your investment is 15 years old, 10 years ago, your unclaimed dividend is 10 years ago or 15 years ago, you can't claim it, blah, blah, blah. Look at it now, 16 years ago dividend, all paid. You know how much that is? And most of these companies pay regularly. Data max means he's talking about, that's the registrars for GTCO. So perhaps he has GTCO shares and any other company Datamax is registrars for. Those GTCO didn't stop paying dividend. they even during COVID, throughout the COVID, that's where the forbearance issues came. CBN said, go ahead and pay dividend and you will, you know. Anyways, there you go. Hello, good afternoon. Debza Global, good afternoon. Are you there or we go on to the next caller? Ma?
Can you hear me?
Loud and
It's not good.
good afternoon. Your name and where you're streaming from?
Thank you for all you to join the Atlas portfolio. I cannot access it. I think the link you sent to me on Instagram is not. It's like I don't understand it. That's just the English.
A link was sent to you on Instagram for Atlas Portfolios account opening.
Yes.
What don't you understand? After clicking the link, where did it take you to? Are you there?
I clicked on the link, but it's not taking.
It's not taking you anywhere. That's serious. Resend your request. Resend your request. Because there's no other way to do it. That link takes you to the form for account opening for you to complete online.
By using the Atlas, but I've been finding it difficult. I'll just send the request again.
All right. Thank you very much. Her environment is quite noisy, but she was audible enough for us to finish that call. So let's go ahead. Okay, Achizoba says, Coach, when comparing Nigerian REITs, which would be the best to accumulate for long term? I'm in my 40s. Nigerian REITs, best to accumulate right now is UPDC REIT and U Homes REIT. Two best to accumulate, but the best is SFS REIT. Unfortunately, that's 460 naira per share, too expensive. Too expensive. They milked this one dry. I'm just happy for one lady who called in my live stream like this some 4 years or 3 years ago. I would say maybe 3 or 4 years ago. She bought SFS. She sold a property in Lagos. She's in Ireland, Dublin, but they keep troubling her. Tenant do this, lawyer do that, police do that, and property being damaged, tenant refusing to leave, and so on. She got weary and sold off the property. It was SFS REIT she bought that time, 50 naira per share. And just to show you that I'm not blabbing, just like our brother from Uyo called in, let's go and see SFS REIT. I want to show you the price history as I'm talking now, so I don't make a mistake. Is it 3 years or 4 years ago? She bought SFS REIT 50 naira per share. As at the time she called into the live stream, it was 70 naira. First impression, she said the dividend she received was larger than first what she was receiving as rental income in that property. Second, the value of the investment, 70 naira per share from 50 naira that she bought, meaning it has appreciated in price. As at that time that she was calling, it was 70 naira. But guess what? Now, that same stock is 460 naira. So outside the 50 naira she bought it, she has gained 410 naira as capital gains per share. 410 naira per share capital gains. So that's what REITs can do for you if you stay patient and invest. So let's go and see. That's the 5-year chart for SFS REIT. Okay, I think it's currently at 418. Just jumps up and down on a daily, but still above 400. This is the point I was trying to make now. I'll try to share my screen now. If you are on YouTube, Facebook, on Twitter, you can be able to see this illustration. That's SFS REIT right there. Just follow me to do this together. Okay. If I scroll through now, you can see it was 100 naira here. That's where it was 70 something. 2023, so 3 years ago, that's where it was 70 something. You can see it ran at 70 something for so long. Let me see. 2022, 14th of March, it was 70, and it climbed to 77. April 2022, it stayed at 77 from April 2022 to June 2023. More than one full year, it was at 77 naira. That's the stock that is now selling at 400 and something naira. So SFS REIT, the best amongst them, but unfortunately now too expensive to start afresh. At 40, you should be looking at UPDC REIT, which is selling at 11 or 10 naira per share, and then U Homes REIT selling at around 77 naira per share. Thank you very much. For those who have a passion for real estate, this is where you can make the most. Oh, I didn't share it. Okay, let me share it one more time. So there you go. That's SFS REIT right there. 5-year chart. It's done 510% in the last 5 years. Like I said, it was selling at 70 naira per share March 2022. Then we got into April 2022, 77 naira. It stayed there for 77 at 77 naira for more than 1 year. Up till June 2023, it was 77 naira before it dipped a bit to 69 in July and then flew back up and continued to climb. And there you are at 418. So whoever spent, let's say, 70 million naira to buy 1 million shares 3 years ago of SFS REIT, that 1 million shares you use 77 million or 77 million naira. If you bought at 77 naira, that 77 million naira is now worth 418 million naira. So that woman is on serious money, depending on the volume she bought. Over 500% gain, not to talk of the dividend that she receives. I think SFS REIT paid, how much again per share dividend? Can't remember now, but substantial dividend payments as always. Okay, so ladies and gents, that's where we are as we make progress in today's live stream. Okay, all right, let's go on to the next caller. So you don't know what you are doing to yourself when you invest. If we say invest, you better invest. What you are looking down on, oh, it's 5 naira, oh, it's 7 naira, oh, it's 10 naira, oh, they pay only 10 kobo dividend. Watch and see. Hello, good afternoon. The woman is there enjoying herself. No more property problem, especially residential property in Nigeria. They will give you headache. You will almost go mad because they will damage, run down the property. You can't rent it after a tenant leaves. You will now need to go and source for money to come back and put in the building to bring it up to a rentable state. Who does that? Is it supposed to be a liability or an asset? Taking money from me up and down? No. Is this a good time to invest in UPDC REIT? Dr. Space? Absolutely. Keep your comments coming in. Musa, you are the next caller. Let's see if we can connect and have a good conversation. Otherwise, Amarillo is the next on the line. Morning, coach. Between FitScene and Name It, which would you suggest? FitScene is the biggest name. FitScene is the surest banker. But Name It is a turnaround story. I'm still playing out. So the books will not favor Name It at the moment. FitScene it is. Our calls are being delayed, but that doesn't mean our comments cannot continue. So while we're waiting to connect with callers, let's keep taking the comments. Does UPDC REIT pay dividend, Austin Blaze? Yes, they do. Last year, they paid 52 kobo per share. They pay interim dividend and final. This year, they've already paid 30 kobo per share, and we're waiting for the next dividend later on this year. Hello, good afternoon. Impulse Luxury, are you there? If you are not there, we progress. Just got my GT code dividend for the last 5 years paid today by Datamax. Ike, I think today is the day for Datamax. Datamax has actually come under serious complaints about how they've been handling dividends, but looks like they've revamped something there because it's always been difficult. So it was really a surprise to hear that Datamax could pay a 16 years unclaimed dividends. The calls are not connecting, but we'll still make progress. Coach, please, how do I claim my TIP public offer? Pitches. Check your brokerage account or email your broker to do so. Joseph Paul, next caller. S code, I think I should take more callers and see which one connects so we can proceed. Akorede Arola, next caller. Fred, next caller. Olawale, next caller. Let's see which one connects while we take comments. Good day, coach. For a copper who wants to be investing the 70K into stocks, what's your advice? Eden, 70,000 naira. What stocks can you invest in now? Build up on tantalizers and tip. Just stick to those two. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, Olawale, are you there?
Hello, Coach. Uncle.
Good afternoon. Tell us your name and where you're streaming from.
Hello, Coach.
Go ahead, I can hear you.
It's a wrong call.
Oh, wrong call. All right. S code, next caller. Akorede, next caller. Tantalizers and tip. That's what I said. Ibrahim Saleh Odonuawan. I don't know. TikTok needs to do better. Let's be specific. Bring in callers that are deliberately calling and not just throwing up mistaken calls. Salam alaikum. Malaikum salam. I'm doing great. Tell us your name and where you're streaming from.
I'm streaming from Oman.
You're streaming from Oman. It's good to have you. Please proceed.
Yeah. Nice to meet you, sir.
My pleasure. Go ahead with your...
I need good advice about this company insurance. It's International Energy Insurance Company. So they have sent me the IPO. So I don't know, is it good to buy it or I should just go ahead and buy another stock?
Alongside with the invitation to invest, they gave you something like an offer prospectus. Did you read?
Yeah, I have gone through it.
Are you...
Actually, I saw the official price from Bumble is around 8 point something. And there is around 3.20 the offer.
Okay.
So I'm very little confused.
Okay. Actually, the market price is far higher, but that was an unnatural rally that took place and pushed it that high. Whether or not the fundamentals can sustain it in the future, we are not sure. And in my own personal opinion, if I were sent that information, I would not take action because of my weariness towards penny insurance stocks. They hardly grow. Even though they do, it's only those that pays reasonable, consistent dividend. In any case, you have the final say because you are the CEO of your portfolio.
Yeah, of course. So in any cases, I have a little sister that she already bought the stock. She already bought it on that official price. That's to 3.20. So can we just cancel the order, or is there any way?
If she has paid for it, if she has already paid, submitted her form, application form and paid, then there is no way to cancel anymore at this point. So we just need to hope that things get better from here. It's not all doom and gloom. My position is that there could have been better places to invest for me, but of course, I may be wrong as well. Thank you. All right, thank you very much. Next caller, S Code, are you there? Okay, without wasting time, good afternoon. Go ahead with your name and where you're streaming from. Tokwe from Ibadan. Thank you for joining. Please proceed. Jai's Bank. Jai's Bank is good and healthy and fine.
Yes, then also together with because I don't know what's wrong with them. They are not moving at all. So I'm thinking of maybe diverting the shares to Dangote Sugar.
The question is, why did you buy each of them? What was your investment goal?
It's for long-time investment, like maybe 3 to 5 years.
And how many?
Just 1 year now.
It's just 1 year now. You have not gone anywhere. In any case, the reason why we ask these questions is the stock you want to go sell them to go and buy could also give you the same attitude. So if it gives you the same attitude, is it that you keep moving from one to the other? You need to develop a strategy and stick by it. If you want Dangote Sugar Refinery, maybe you can find fresh funds and buy that one while giving this one time. Otherwise, final take, you are also permitted to be impatient with the stock and then you sell. The truth is, stock price movement can be encouraging, but that's not the main reason why we invest. We invest in good businesses. Now, in your case, you bought Jai's Bank after it has rallied. Jai's Bank was 3 naira, 4 naira, and then it jumped to 15 and then came down to 9. Maybe that was when you now bought. To expect it to start jumping after you bought, it means we don't understand the market. Jai's Bank will need to justify current price by printing out a wonderful result for the price to continue to rise. No stock will keep rising straight line upwards. If we understand this, then we can build up the little patience required. Thank you very much. Odonowa, next caller. Oh, you are the one making noise in the background all along. I thought it was the last caller. Easy Man, next caller. Jay, next caller. Let's see who connects and which is a real call and not a mistaken call, so we can continue to have a great conversation. Shall we? Ayola, next caller. Mr. Moneybag, next caller. Hello, good afternoon. Ayola, you will call me back? Okay. Good afternoon. Hello, Ayola. Where are you streaming from and your question? I don't know if it's my network connection or theirs, but why am I hearing sound from their end, but they are not responding? Mr. Moneybag, good afternoon. Tell us, where are you streaming from and your name? All right. Please speak up a bit so everyone can hear you on all platforms. Dangote Refinery is going to be listed in September, as we hear. A public offer will be done, and then you can participate from wherever you are. Thank you very much. Next person, Ayola, are you there?
Thank you very much, Coach, for everything that you do. I'm calling from Dallas, Texas.
All the way from Dallas. Thank you very much. Ayo, go ahead.
I just want to appreciate you, and that's all. And my portfolio is doing well.
Wow, very brief, but then we understand. Thank you very much, Ayola, for the feedback. Hopefully, someone is encouraged by your call. Thank you very much. Easy Man, are you there? Hello, good afternoon. Oh God, what happened? Hello, you said, oh God, what happened? Oh, I thought you have sold a stock that you were supposed to buy. Good afternoon. Tell us your name and where you're streaming from.
Yeah, good afternoon. My name is Dario. I'm from New Jersey, in the US.
Daya from New Jersey, thank you for joining. Please proceed.
First of all, Coach, I want to really appreciate you for all you're doing. You are full of grace. You are full of compassion. You are a kind person. So what you are doing is very, very rare for people to do. And then sometimes I just wonder, why are you doing this? Yeah, but you have a very large heart for humanity. So I want to appreciate you for that. Right. I've been following you, I think, from the beginning of this year, and I mean, you have changed a lot in me. Because before, I mean, I buy stocks, I just buy them in bit and bit, here and there. Right. I bought Dangote when it was around maybe 200 something. Wako when it was around 44 naira or thereabout. But I mean, I don't buy them without. I just buy them. But since I came across your platform, I've been building and building me, and that is massive for me.
Fantastic.
So I want to appreciate you for all you do. You have a very large heart, and you're not a typical Nigerian, sincerely speaking. Even the way you address people, the way you talk to people. I mean, some people ask some question that they don't even need to ask, or you still answer with grace. You extend grace to me. I mean, you are a real special.
Thank you.
Speaking. So I want to say thank you for all you do. Thank you very, very much, and God bless you.
Thank you so much. God bless you too, and hopefully we keep building and retire early.
Thank you.
Thanks. God bless you. Okay, next caller. Hello, good afternoon. Ojo Kayode, are you there?
Hello, Coach.
Okay, Baja, good afternoon. Tell us your name and where you're streaming from.
Good afternoon, Coach. I'm Timothy calling from the Federal University of Technology, Owerri.
Tim, good afternoon. It's good to have you. Gochuku, go ahead.
Okay, Coach, I have some series of questions, but first of all, let me start with this. My mom said she bought Union Bank as of 2005, and she only got dividend from them for 6 only. So she misplaced the stocks and she didn't have, she stopped hearing from them. She got married and when she changed her name. So I don't really know, and I have searched for the stock in my broker, which is Bamboo that I'm using, but I can't find the stock anymore. Is there any way that she can do so that she can actually retrieve those stocks now?
Union Bank stocks were delisted from the exchange after the public was informed that it was taken over by Titan Trust. Later on, we heard, no, it's Union who should be acquiring Titan Trust. So there's a bit of confusion right now, but what you can do, Google search registrars of Union Bank Nigeria PLC. Then locate their email address and open communication with them. But it has to be your mom's email because you do not own those stocks and they don't know you. That's step one. If in Owerri, check if they have an office in Owerri so she can physically go there.
She's not from Owerri. I'm not currently from Owerri. I'm just looking at Owerri. We are from Ebonyi State. Actually.
No problem. Depends on where she is right now, right?
She's in Ebonyi State. So.
She's in Ebonyi State. You will hardly find a registrar in Ebonyi State.
Yes,
Where was Ebonyi carved from? Enugu. Was Ebonyi carved from Enugu State?
Sir, I didn't hear you right.
Was Ebonyi State carved from Enugu?
No, sir. It was carved from Abia State, sir.
Abia. So maybe if you find who the registrars are, try to confirm. Ebonyi from Abia? No. Ebonyi is not from Abia. It's from Enugu. Anyway, I was trying to locate where the registrars could be found physically. If not, locate the registrars. Okay, Abia and Enugu, I see. Locate the registrars on their email, forward a message to them that at least your mom was due a payoff. Shareholders of Union Bank were supposed to have been paid off by Titan Trust through the registrars. So that's where you begin. Start from there. Dr. Space says partly from Abia and Enugu. All right, thank you very much, everyone. Appreciate.
Okay, I have. Hello, coach.
Go ahead, make it fast. We have more callers waiting.
My second question goes this way, sir. I actually budgeted some money for the Dangote refinery public offering, sir. But I don't know. I found or I saw an opportunity in the stock market. I don't know if I should use that fund and buy top up my fencing because I don't really have much unit in fencing and MTN. Or should I wait for the Dangote refinery PLC? Or should I sell my NGX group to top up those ones? Because my NGX group, since I bought it, I don't really know what has been happening. So I don't know because I don't know if I will actually see fresh funds again. So if I use the ones I am with now to top up the fencing and MTN, I don't know if I will be having fresh funds again to top up. So I don't know what to do, sir.
All right. You don't want to miss the Dangote refinery, so
Yes, sir.
keep the money till September. If you come across fresh funds, you can now top up what you already have. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome. Next caller, Ojo Kayode. Okay, while we are waiting, let's take some calls. Good day, coach. For a footballer who wants to start investing 200k into stocks, what's your advice? Have a strategy. If you invest, and I'm really very impressed now about this, these footballers, another category of people who spend all their life, and you know, their career is one of the shortest lifespans. Footballers, sportsmen, show business, music stars, and all those people, very short span. Movie artists, very short span. use that big money that comes in a very short span and invest. Now, a footballer wants to invest 200,000 every month. Maybe he's a professional footballer in the Nigerian league, which is very commendable, because should he start now investing like that and stays consistent, he will end up developing the discipline to keep doing it, even if he eventually signs a contract in Europe where most of the money is made. In that case, he has liberated not only himself, his generation from poverty. The danger is, if he does not start now to develop the discipline, he may get into big money and waste it all. There are so many of them like that. Number one, Emmanuel Eboe. He's a Ghanaian footballer who played for Arsenal under Arsene Wenger. He has lost everything because he got married to a British woman who eventually separated from him, and then they shared his money, and he's broke today. He's just one out of the many undocumented who have gone into sports, made a lot of money, and lost their money. So 200,000 every month, fantastic for you, sir. What you can do, start buying UBA, TIP, and maybe Dangote Sugar Refinery. Just keep buying those stocks every month, until they get out of reach. Along the line, you will see bonus payments from match-winning bonuses. If you have promotion, whatever comes in as extra funds, pile into that thing. You don't know when your career will be coming to an end. I know football is dangerous. There are certain injuries you get, especially knee injuries, that can be career-ending. Apart from that is breakage of your leg. That rarely happens these days. But of course, anything can happen, and should anything ever happen, you have defended yourself with an investment portfolio that can take care of you tomorrow. So as much as possible, please do that. Thank you. Hello, good afternoon. This person continues to hang in there but never connects, and yet I'm hearing the sound from their background. Guess it's a mistaken call, so let's move to the next caller. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, Coach. Good afternoon, Coach.
Good afternoon. Your name and where you're streaming from?
My name is Princess Wada, Coach. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Princess. Tell us where you're streaming from and on to your question.
So I'm streaming from Abuja, sir.
All right, one of our most prominent Abuja members. Thanks for coming in.
Yes, sir.
Tell us.
Yes, sir. Coach, please, I want to take up my right Dangote Sugar. But up to now, I have not received anything from them, any invitation. And I have asked my stockbroker, which is ICMG, about it. They sent me the address of the Veritas business. But I still email them up to now. I've not had anything for them, sir.
You know what they say? If Mohammed cannot go to the mountain goes to Mohammed. Please go. Are you not on our Discord group?
Yes, I am.
Aha. The form has been shared there before, but go on Google search Dangote Sugar Refinery rights issue form. It will come down to you. You download and complete and forward to either your broker or the registrar's direct and request for payment. Where to pay. Something must happen. This thing is by force. Thank you.
Dangote Refinery right issue forms.
Dangote Sugar Refinery. Don't forget to put Sugar Refinery, please. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. God bless you, sir.
God bless you. Princess Owari is not really happy with this kind of treatment. But then, let's hope she goes and does it and gets it right. Hello, good afternoon. Nobody's on the calls, so we progress again. Morning, coach. How would you advise the top-up of 5 million between Boa Cement, Aradel, MTN, and FitSyn? At the moment, all I can see is buy Aradel and MTN now. Fitsin and Boa, you can always come back to. Do not oversplit so you can amass enough. Okay? We still have time to take more calls, so let's go. Coach, please say something about QTix. Well, QTix even surprised us. The result was not very good in the first quarter, but the stock price managed to bounce back above 3 and has stayed there. How can I invest with £2,000? Violet signature. First, open a stock brokerage account, convert that £2,000 to Naira, and then buy. What is your plan in the first place? Because everyone has to have a strategy so you don't get moved. And let me say this. It looks like some of us are still coming into the Nigerian stock market or into stocks with a crypto and forex mentality of it's not moving. It's not moving. I don't know what's happening. It's going down. Going down to where, please? When did you buy the stock? How long have you waited? You need to understand that it is the work the employees of these companies you are investing in will do that will lead to the revenue and the profits to be given back to shareholders as dividends to reflect in their books before price action. Any other thing is speculation. So when you buy a stock 3 months ago, or you buy a stock 6 months ago, and you start complaining it's not moving, did you buy for stock price movement? Because that's what happens with forex. It will just be going up and down for no reason. Fluctuation, jumping up and down, currency pairs jumping up and down for no reason. Or for what reason? Okay, geopolitical reasons, economic reasons, and what have you. Because there is no revenue, there is no profit going on anywhere. You are just looking at figures. That's not the stock market. Peter Lynch of Wall Street always says something. Behind every stock, there is a business. Find out what business is going on there. That's why sometimes the numbers does not entirely motivate what we do when we buy a stock. I kept calling Dangote Sugar at 36, 38, Dangote Sugar, because I started seeing the changes happening even when the numbers are not showing anything pleasant. And now we can see they are back in profit, for example. So you can't, because you bought one of the stocks you bought today jumped. After you bought it, it flew. So every stock you buy now has to jump. You forget that the same way it can jump up, it can also jump down after you buy. So after you buy and it jumps down, you sell at a loss? No. Have a strategy, have a mindset, and stick to your strategy. So that you don't, oh, this one is not moving. I don't know what's happening. That's not how to invest intelligently. Why did you buy it in the first place? If nothing fundamentally has gone wrong based on your initial judgment before you bought, stay there and possibly buy more if it went down. That's how we make it here. Coach, please, between TIP or UPDC REIT, which is the best to invest? 200,000. Sea of Pearl. I would go UPDC REIT, but I will still keep buying more because that will not be enough. As for TIP, that would have been the natural one to go for as well. You can't go wrong, but what's your strategy? Is it volume or value? Growth, dividend, or what have you? It all depends. Those two stocks are in our regular recommended purchases, so you can't go wrong. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Coach.
Tell us your name and where you're streaming from.
It's Miriam from Lagos, Nigeria.
Coach. Miriam from Lagos, Nigeria. She speaks like a broadcaster. Fantastic voice you have there. Go ahead.
Thank you so much, Coach. Coach, I would like you to can you hear me? How I feel.
Sorry, I've had to put that person off. Go ahead, Miriam.
Okay,
just want to add more to them with 3 million naira. My average cost for RDL is 1,659. So I'm kind of skeptical because if buying at this current price, it will take the average cost up. And I don't know if that's a good idea.
It will take the average cost up from 1.6 to 1.7 something, right?
You said what, sir?
It will take the average cost up to 1.7 something from 1.6.
Yes, 1,659.
Now, I have a question. And the question is, what if that fear denies it the chance to actually buy at 1.7 and then you later see it at 2,300? How will you feel?
I'll feel so bad.
Say again.
I'll feel so bad, sir.
So let's avoid that. The difference between 1.6 and 1.7 is not much compared to the kind of asset you are talking about, because it will get to 2005 at some point, and let the bad feeling not even get worse by that time. This is your chance to buy more. Doesn't matter if it gives you an average of 1.7 eventually. Still a good entry at this point.
Okay, sir. So what do you think about TIP too?
Do you have TIP?
I just have 51,000 on TIP, but I also double up there.
As long as you feel unsatisfied with the quantity. Aha, average cost 28. That means you can actually position yourself around 30 or even below in TIP. So both of them buy more. I want to give you one assurance. We are in another buy season. In fact, the second best buy season in a year. So go ahead.
All right, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much. You may consider voice over business. That's my top recommendation. Sir, please advise, what can one invest in with 500k? She's new and investing for long term. Lily wants interiors. By now, you should be a pro. You know, it's working for you. And now you have proteges under you. So, advice. 500,000, she's new and investing for long term. What do you suggest? You to advise us. Okay, I know she's smiling wherever she is now, but 500k, new investor, long term, that UBA is still very attractive to me. UBA Dangote Sugar. Bisoye is advising, let her do TIP. Can we apply for a Dang Sugar rights on the NGX? Biola Abdurrahim. I don't know. I've never gone to the NGX to do any of those things. What's the top recommendation? Top recommendation about what? Is it a good time to buy MTN, GT Code Dang Sugar? Absolutely a good time. Okay, let's go on and take more calls. JD Foods. Don't know if it's a mistaken call, but we will find out. King Lee. Next caller. Bozzy T. Let's see. Hello, good afternoon, JD Food. Are you there? JD is unaware that she's live, so let's excuse her. King Lee, please unmute. Good afternoon. Tell us.
Good afternoon, Coach.
Yes, sir.
I also things I wanted to get to maybe your insight on it.
Please proceed. That's why we're here.
As I told you, I bought Zenith Bank IPO at 35 million people. So I bought about 3.5 million shares at then. So this 2025, I decided to sell my Zenith Bank stock so that I can go on other penny stock, because I believe that I know that Zenith Bank has a stock for a measure. So I posted it on my page that I will be selling my Zenith Bank stock because it was trading at 134 naira. sold. So after taking my profit, the capital I used to buy the IPO as a result, I decided to take the capital I spent in 2024 and use the gain, the money I've made from the Zenith Bank to put it in assets. So recently, I purchased about 10.something million shares of Access Bank. Currently, I know that Access Bank, nobody is talking about Access Bank because I know they are having issue concerning the FIA issue they are having. That's why they do not pay dividend this season, but nobody is talking about it. So I'm just thinking, I'm doing my research. I know that Access Bank has supplemental, but they are having issues. So I just want to know like what's your insight about it about Access Bank.
For the volume of Access Bank you already have, you should give it time. It's not a big problem. It's more of a perception problem. And the MD actually spoke about it when he said in the last AGM that they were going to tone down on their massive acquisition spree to focus on paying dividends. If not for CBN insisting that forbearance and NPLs be cleared, they would have still paid dividend this year. And that's what the market is waiting for. In any case, something to really justify your holding it is that the stock has very strong fundamentals, from the book value to asset class and all that. I think it's just a matter of time, and you will smile. Stay patient, just as you have done with the Zenith, and it eventually paid off. As Access Bank has no business under 50 naira on a normal day.
Okay, so the stock is currently undervalued.
Absolutely. It's just suffering from perception, which is the general investor appetite and attitude towards this is poor because of poor dividends, and they could just correct that anytime.
Okay, thank you very much. That's all I have to say.
Thank you very much.
Talk to somebody else about it.
All right, thank you. Okay, ladies and gents, this is where we come to the end of today's live stream. I'm going to be doing a video for those interested. Please, if you're not interested, don't bother, so that it doesn't look like you are paying for something that you shouldn't. I'll be coming on with a Dubai property developer representative in a special masterclass for Dubai property investments, 27th of this month. It's a paid session for those who are looking forward to investing in Dubai property and making dollar income from their investments, because the whole idea is look for various investment opportunities to earn money when you decide to rest in retirement. So one great avenue for dollar income is the property business in Dubai, and there are some fantastic deals there for interested and willing participants. That means you must have gotten the cash available. I'll be doing a video publicizing that for only those interested. I've already been asked severally about it, so the video will soon be out, and then you just respond accordingly. On the 27th, we'll be dealing with that. A sales manager from Dubai will be joining me in that special masterclass. It's a webinar that will be hosted later this month. But then, for anyone who wants to join Network Investors Club free of charge and continue to follow market trends, even when there's no live stream, feel free to send me a DM. Follow on Instagram and send me a DM. That's where responses are made. And then, of course, tomorrow I'll also be attending a webinar about an investment company who gives an opportunity for investors to invest in US stocks using an app. Now, we've had issues with foreign companies not having an app for that admits Nigerians to invest. So there's a seminar going on in Kenya in Tanzania, and I personally, having spoken to the organizers, decided they should add Nigeria. So they're going to add Nigeria. That special session is free as well. It's going to be done tomorrow. So I may be sharing the flyer on my socials. Look out for it, and if you are chance, just pop in and hear what's going on, just in case it appeals to you, especially if those who have struggled to use other apps to invest in foreign stocks and also crypto and all those things. So these are part of the things we are working on to make sure we bring us to the mainstream of what's really going on in the investment world without having to stay back. Now, for those who are building the stock market, keep building. That's why we are building, so that we can develop capacity to do a whole lot more things where it is required to be paid for, or where huge investment, so that tomorrow we too will be doing private placement in the next big IPO in Africa. Ladies and gents, this is where we come to an end, and I want to appreciate everyone who has been a part of this. Don't forget, June 12th, Friday, is public holiday. Therefore, there will be no live stream, and so this marks the end of the live stream sessions for this week. We will then therefore be seen again on Monday, 12 noon to 2 p.m. the same time. Thank you very much. Apologies for not being able to meet up with your comments and the rest of the course, but I think we did justice in today's live stream, and I'm sure if you missed any part, you missed a lot. Go on YouTube immediately after this live stream. For those who are at work and those in various time zones, take your time, listen up, and take advantage of what has been discussed. Until then, this is me saying thank you very much and have a fantastic day ahead of you. Bye for now. See you again.